I started dunking consistently when I was about 42 or 43. People were kind of impressed and wondered how could someone my size, I'm under 6 feet, be dunking consistently.
There's nowhere else in the world where you can get this much value for dunking. Dunks that NBA guys, like the best NBA guys are doing, we've got like kids who are like 5'8" doing the same dunks. It's crazy.
What makes this camp special is I get to help people achieve their dreams that I've been able to reach. And the times I've gotten the most emotional with dunking has actually been at camp when I've seen someone get their first dunk. And it's getting me emotional right now, actually. I was sitting poolside at 2 a.m. in Florida with Jordan Kilgannon, and I'm just asking him every question I can think of. How do you do this? How do you do that? We ate, we slept, and we did it again for 4 days. It was like the funnest 4 days ever. And I was like, this is like dunk camp. My name is Andy Nicholson, and this is my hustle. Ever since I was a little kid, I loved jumping. I would jump off stuff, and I loved basketball, and what really lit the fire for me was NBA dunk contests in the 80s. At that time, I was about 5'7". Maybe someday I'll be able to do that. I talked my mom into ordering a jump program in the back of some magazine that we found, and that's where I started training when I was 13 years old. I created my own YouTube channel, and that's where I started getting people reaching out to me, and that's how I started becoming friends with some of these pro dunkers. That allowed for me to create these relationships now that has allowed for us at camp to have guys like Jordan Kilgannon and Jay Clark the jumper and Isaiah Rivera, Jordan Sutherland, and many of the best dunkers in the world.
I've known Andy for a while now. I met him down in Florida with a couple of the other guys. We had one big giant dunk session. For the first time a lot of us met in person, and been tapped in with Andy ever since. When it got to 2019 after the pandemic, I did my first dunk camp online. And I was like, after doing it online, I was like, I gotta see what it's like in person. Came for my first time last year, and now I expect to be here every year. It goes from people who's never dunked a basketball in their life, never touched rim, to guys who are aspiring to be professional dunkers. That's why dunk camp is so inviting, and I love being here because it represents all facets of the game of basketball. When you go to basketball camps, it's all skill levels. Same thing with dunking, it's all skill levels here.
There's so much more to dunking than I think a lot of people who aren't familiar with it might think. Like, oh, you're just born, you can do it or you can't. That's not true. I'm living proof. I wasn't, just genetically able to just dunk. I've had to train my butt off in order to get to the point where I could do it. There's so much you can learn about jump technique. There's so much you can learn about actually the technique of dunking. There's all these other things that come into play with your nutrition, with your recovery, with your mental training. And so we try to attack it from all those different aspects of how to maximize your performance as an athlete. And it just so happens that we want to express that by throwing a ball through a hoop. Getting to learn from the guys that are the best in the world at it. It's a very unique opportunity, and why people come here from all over the world.
And it's Andy, I'm 19. I was a triple jumper, and I graduated. My friends told me to go to a gym and play basketball with them. My friend told me to try and dunk as a joke, and I did. So I started watching pro dunkers, and my favorite is Jay Clark, because he's a teacher, and I want to be a teacher too. So he does both. He teaches and he dunks. So that really inspired me to try and do both.
It's 4 days of dunking. It's a lot on the body. So we want to lower the rim today, not jump as high, really preserve our legs to get ready for Thursday's contest, and just really having as much fun and learning as much as we can throughout the whole week.
So right now we're working on a lot of in-game dunks, man. We're doing alley-oops, off the dribble. Right now they're having a little fun game of 21 dunk style, because on Thursday they're gonna have their max out days, they're gonna have their little dunk contest. So I know mentally and physically they wanna be ready for that.
So I first went to dunk camp in 2019. I just heard about it on Instagram. I've loved dunking for a long time, so this was just the place that I thought would be an awesome experience, and it has been.
I was interested with the opportunity, to meet the dunkers and learn technique. I've been trying to get my skill level to a high level for a long time. So they teach you, like in-game dunks, fundamentals, techniques, recovery. That's one of the big things. Like you got jumper's knee, stuff like that. It's the worst, So they teach you how to get through it.
My name's Tyler Ray. I'm the owner and founder of Project Pure Athlete. I'm a vertical jump specialist. I get invited here every year, have since inception, to work with athletes on jump mechanics to help them jump higher right on the spot. To be able to work with this many athletes that prioritize jumping high and athleticism at its finest is amazing. For the athletes, it's absolutely once in a lifetime to get around this many people that are like-minded and want to elevate their performance.
Your favorite athlete, in this case happens to be a dunker, throws you a lob for your very first dunk. And the entire dunk community celebrates it with you. You remember that the rest of your life. And so we've had that happen so many times at camp. So far this week, we've had 5 guys get their first dunk of their life.
People are evolving, man. It's getting crazy. There's like 16-year-olds showing up here, no warm-ups, doing like windmills, and so many people getting their first dunk or their first behind the back, or it just kind of makes no sense. You know, it's really cool to see the sport evolving so much.
One of the things I'm most proud of with the dunk camp is I feel like we've really helped provide another platform, another way for these dunkers to get recognized and more opportunities. Connor Barth is a really fun example of someone who came to our camp as an attendee. He had 200 followers. No one had ever heard of this guy. He was a monster, but he just didn't have the chance to showcase. No one knew who he was. So he came to our very first camp, 2018, killed it, won our dunk contest. And now, if you know dunking, you know Connor Barth. You know, he's been in some of the biggest dunk contests in the world. He's been on Dunk League. Dunk camp, in my opinion, changed his life because he went from not being able to have dunking provide an opportunity for him because it was just something he did on the side to now, he's a coach, he's a trainer.
Beyond what it attributes to them as on a personal level and athletic level, it opens up doors for them to be able to do things like dunk shows, dunk contests, commercials.
When it comes to film, I did a National Geographic with Jeff Goldblum. I did a couple of music videos. The Midnight Madness with Eric Emanuel for March last year. The current one right now, White Man Can't Jump, let's go. They doing the reboot. Went to Mexico City, that was my first contest, I won that one. I want to say a month ago, I went to Japan. I won that one, and we're going to Japan in October again. So it's like getting those opportunities to actually travel to just dunk. It just blows my mind sometimes. Like, I'm not getting paid to go play ball. I'm getting paid to literally just dunk.
We sell out in like a day, 6 months in advance. And so I know the demand is there. But I never started this thinking, oh man, I'm gonna make so much money at this. It is 100% passion. I love this and I wanna help more people, and something I do because I love it and not because of chasing dollars.
We're not even close to seeing what can be done with dunking. It's literally art. I view dunking as an art, you know? It's a sport, yes, but also an art form. It's something you can express yourself with and get creative with.
I see us going to other locations. I see us going overseas. People love dunking all over the world. In fact, we have people that come here from over 30 different countries to attend dunk camp. So we know we can take this to other parts of the world. The big dream is to help build the sport of dunking and to help dunking to be in the Olympics. These guys are absolutely phenomenal and they deserve the opportunity to be in the Olympics and other big events to really help people appreciate what they can do. Well, our hope is we can help be part of that, help grow the sport, help more guys dunk before they turn 43. That's what we're after, help people achieve their dunking dreams. Thanks for watching my episode of My Hustle. Shout out to Whistle and Team Flight Brothers. Make sure you subscribe to both their channels and click here to see more episodes.
You know I've been bow-legged since the 3rd grade, nephew.
Well, I can't keep going.
Cleophas, don't leave.
My back's not, Lord.
Look. You remember how we used to jump in 1974? I'm
Converse, Chuck. Hey, give me the...
trying to get back to it,
When I
nephew.
was on that...
Dr. Who? I would die today. I would die.
I had the Converse. I had the ball with the the slippery one, the grip. It was me and what's that young fella? He dribbled like this. Curly. Curly doing that.
Little globe, boy. Little go back to the spin.